Hello, and welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. I'm your host, Jason, and I'm really glad you're joining us today.
Hey everyone! I'm Julia, your co-host. We're super excited about this episode because we're diving into something every English learner deals with thinking in English, but struggling to actually speak it fluently.
Oh yeah, we've all experienced that. You know exactly what you want to say, but when you try to speak, the words just won't come out. It's like your brain is full of English, but your mouth is stuck in neutral.
Totally. So today, we're talking about how to shift from thinking mode to speaking mode, how to take those English thoughts in your head and turn them into real, confident speech.
In this episode, we'll share simple tips, real-life stories, and practical strategies to help you speak English more naturally and without fear.
Whether you're a beginner or working on fluency, this episode is for you. And don't worry, everything we talk about is beginner-friendly. So grab your tea or coffee, get comfy, and let's explore how to bring your English thoughts to life.
Ready, Julia?
Ready, Jason?
All right. Let's start with something every English learner knows: the thinking trap. You understand English, you can read it, maybe even write it, but when it's time to speak, your mind goes blank.
Oh yes, it's super common. So many learners say, I know what I want to say, but I can't say it fast enough. Or I keep translating in my head from my language and then I get stuck.
That's exactly the trap. Your brain is juggling too much translating, searching for words, checking grammar, and by the time you're ready to speak, the moment is gone.
I had a student who wrote beautiful essays, but in class, if I asked her something simple like, "How was your weekend?" she'd freeze. She knew the answer, she just couldn't say it fast.
I've seen that too. And here's the truth. It doesn't mean you're bad at English. It just means your brain is stuck in thinking mode. You're processing and planning, but not yet comfortable speaking out loud.
And that's totally normal. It's part of learning. But if you don't work on making that shift into speaking, you'll stay stuck waiting until you're perfect. And let's be real, that moment never comes.
That's why today, we want to help you break the cycle. We'll show you how to practice speaking in a way that feels natural, even if you make mistakes.
Because fluency isn't about perfection. It's about using your English.
Yes, speaking is a skill. And like any skill, it gets easier the more you do it. Even just saying one sentence out loud every day helps you move from thinking to speaking.
Now that we understand the problem, let's look at why thinking in English is so powerful and how it leads to fluency.
Yeah, let's talk about why thinking in English actually matters.
This one's big. Many learners don't realize that their native language is slowing them down, not because it's wrong, but because it creates a barrier. Thinking in your own language and then translating takes time and causes hesitation.
Right. It's like taking two steps instead of one. First, you think in your language, then you translate it. But if you think directly in English, the words come out smoother and quicker.
Let's try a quick example, Jason. I'll say a sentence and you imagine translating it. Ready? I went to the store to buy some fruit.
Okay. So I think of it in my language, then I try to translate it word for word. It's slow, and the grammar is different. Maybe I even forget the word fruit.
Exactly. But if you already had the sentence in English in your head, boom, it's fast. That's the power of thinking in English.
Way faster. That's what we want to remove the delay between thinking and speaking. That's real fluency, not just grammar, but smooth communication.
Plus, thinking in English helps train your brain. You start seeing the world through English, what you're doing, what you want to say, how you feel. Speaking becomes more natural.
Right. It's like creating a little English world in your mind. And here's the best part. You don't need to be perfect. Start small. Even if you think, I'm drinking water, or the sky is blue, you're building fluency.
And the more you do that, the more your brain and mouth work together. That's when you truly move into speaking mode.
Exactly. So if you're always translating in your head, don't worry, it's normal. But starting today, Try thinking in English, even just short, simple thoughts.
Yes! And up next, we're going to show you how to switch from thinking mode to speaking mode, step by step.
All right, let's get into it. How do you actually move from thinking to speaking? What does that process look like?
Great question. Thinking mode means you're planning in your head, picking words, checking grammar, worrying about mistakes. But speaking mode is about going with the flow, not overthinking each word.
Exactly. In thinking mode, you're preparing to speak but not actually speaking. And here's the secret. The only way to move into speaking mode is to just start speaking even if you're not 100% ready.
Totally. It's like swimming. You can think about how to swim, but until you jump in the water, you won't really learn.
Great example. So, first step, start with short sentences out loud. If you're making breakfast, just say, "I am cooking eggs," or "I need a spoon." These simple lines help your brain practice without pressure.
Yes, and say them out loud, not just in your head. Speaking out loud connects your thoughts to your voice. That's where fluency begins.
Don't worry if your grammar isn't perfect. Focus on expressing yourself. Like, "I go store yesterday," that's fine. The point is, you're using your voice.
Exactly. Mistakes are part of learning. The more you speak, the more naturally your brain starts to correct itself. That's the magic of practice.
Here's another tip. Don't wait for someone to talk to. You can practice alone anytime, anywhere.
Yes. Talk to yourself, use a mirror, or make up a pretend conversation. Like this.
"Hi, can I have a cappuccino, please?"
Sure. Small or large?
"Large, please." "Thank you."
That's awesome. You're training your brain to speak, not just think. And the more you repeat, the easier it gets. Your mouth will start to know what to say on its own.
And here's one last thing. Don't rush. Speaking mode doesn't mean speaking fast. It means speaking freely. Slow is totally fine.
Yes, it's all about confidence. When you move from thinking to speaking, you're building a bridge between what you know and how you use it.
Coming up next, we're sharing simple strategies you can use every day to practice speaking, even if you're alone. Stay with us.
All right, so we've talked about what thinking and speaking modes are. Now let's talk about how to practice switching between them in your everyday life.
Yes, these tips are super practical. You can use them right now, even if you're just learning at home by yourself.
Tip number 1, start speaking out loud about your day in English, even if you're alone.
Right. Just describe what you're doing, like, "I am brushing my teeth," or "Now I'm making tea." These are simple sentences, but they get your brain and your mouth working together.
And don't worry if the sentences are very basic. That's the point. You're building fluency, not writing a novel.
Exactly. It's kind of like warming up your voice. Athletes warm up their bodies. English learners need to warm up their speaking muscles.
Love that. All right, tip number 2, shadowing. This is one of our favorite techniques.
Oh, yeah. Shadowing means listening to someone speak in English and then repeating what they say right after them, almost like an echo.
You can do this with YouTube videos, podcasts, movies, or even our podcast. Just listen, pause, repeat, or try speaking along at the same time.
It helps with pronunciation, rhythm, and speed. And you're practicing real spoken English, not textbook English.
Tip number 3, record yourself. I know nobody likes hearing their own voice, but it really helps.
So true. When you record yourself, you hear how you sound. You can catch mistakes, notice what sounds good, and see your progress over time.
Plus, it builds confidence. You might listen and think, wow, I actually sound better than I thought.
Definitely. Okay, tip number 4, speak before you're ready. This one's hard but powerful.
Yes, don't wait until you feel ready or perfect. Just try speaking anyway, even if it's messy.
Because the truth is you'll never feel 100% ready. And that's okay. Speaking is how you become ready.
That's such an important mindset shift. Fluency comes from doing, not from waiting.
Exactly. And here's our last tip for this part. Have a speaking buddy or speak to yourself.
If you have a friend, tutor, or language partner, that's awesome. But if not, you can still talk out loud to yourself. Narrate your day, ask yourself questions, or role play a conversation.
Like this. Hey, do you want to go to the movies?
Sure. What time?
Let's go at 7.
See? You're practicing the rhythm of real conversations and getting more comfortable speaking English step by step.
And guess what? All of this helps move you from thinking mode to speaking mode. Every time you use your voice, you're getting closer to fluency.
Yes, so try just one of these tips today. Talk to yourself. Repeat a line from a movie or say one sentence out loud. It all counts.
And now, before we wrap up, let's go over today's key takeaways, the big ideas from this episode.
Number 1, it's normal to think in English but struggle to speak. You're not alone and it doesn't mean you're failing.
Number 2, thinking in English is powerful. It removes the translation step and helps you speak more naturally and quickly.
Number 3, to move from thinking to speaking, you have to speak even if it's not perfect. Start small, use your voice, and keep going.
Number 4, practice speaking out loud every day. Use shadowing, record yourself, and create simple English moments in your daily routine.
Number 5, progress comes from action. Don't wait for fluency, create it by practicing often and fearlessly.
You've got this, and we're here to help. Keep practicing, and remember, every word you say in English is a step forward.
We hope this episode helped you feel more confident and excited to speak.
And if it did, share it with a friend who's learning English too. Or leave us a review. It helps us reach more learners like you.
Thanks for listening. We'll see you in the next episode.
Until then, keep thinking, keep speaking, and keep growing. Bye.
Bye.